Welcome to the Authentic Wellness Hub. My name is Julie and I am a farmer. I'm also an advocate for safe farming practices and agricultural development. As always, today we are here with my team and I'd like them to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Lisa Kuyaya-Welime, known as Mama Almasi. I'm a phytotherapist. Karibu.
Hi, my name is Lily Okeo, a natural hair and skincare specialist.
Karibuni. So today we continue our conversations about the gut. And today we'll tackle something very important. And I think there's a lot of information today we are going to correct about the gut and our organs. And for me, I would say most of the time, whenever we talk about the organs in our body, we deal with them in isolation. And I have a feeling, I think we are going to correct that as we understand the relationship between our gut and these organs. So before we go right into it, I'd like Lisa to tell us what's in our kettle today.
Our kettle today is actually a bottle. Today we are taking kefir probiotic drink. Research says that it has over 60 good bacteria, and you can take as is, you can add a fruit, and it's good for you. Welcome.
Lisa, what would be the advantage of adding a fruit to the kefir?
It tastes better, and you then get to add nutrients, vitamins, yes,
And fiber.
and fiber,
Yeah.
which is very good for the microbiome.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Relationship between the fiber part and I think we've mentioned just kuchangamsha akili, the fiber relationship between the fiber and now the kefir as a probiotic.
Yes. Now the probiotic feeds on the prebiotic, which is the fiber. Yes.
Awesome. Asante. It's nice. I've always struggled with sugar, but now that I'm able to take kefir without demanding sugar, I think I'm making progress. It's possible. Sweet tooths, it's possible. It's possible to let sugar go. So let's go right into it. The gut and our organs.
Okay. So today we'll look at the gut and how it affects the brain, the heart, the liver, and all these other organs. And before we do that, we'll start with a fun fact. I'm sure Miss Julie will not be so happy with me about that. Did you know that when you crave sugar, sometimes it's not just you. It could be the bad gut bacteria in your gut asking you for sugar. Yes, at time. Sugar is not entirely bad, but if you keep craving, it is those terrorists, invaders in your body asking you for sugar. Then you eat the sugar and they replicate. That is a fun.
So the fact that those cravings have reduced, that I can even now enjoy my mursik, my kefirs without sugar, it's a plus.
It is a plus.
Good things are happening.
Yes, it does. So, as we look at these things, we are going to look at pathways used in the communication between the gut and the organs. And there are pathways that is used to communicate. The gut microbiome communicates, like when we talked about the sugar, you unatamani sukari. That's the gut microbiome. Then the gut lining. Remember we talked about the gut lining and its length. Then the enteric nervous system. That is also in your gut. So we'll systemically start with the brain, then we'll go to the heart, the liver, and all these things are in the neighborhood of this area. Okay. So there is a gut-brain axis which connects the digestive system to the central nervous system. And there is a nerve called the vagus nerve. So that is the axis that connects that. Then the gut microbiomes produce neurotransmitters like serotonin. 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, and it's not in your head. Serotonin is that feel-good hormone. If you think about the food you love, or that person, your person,
The people,
yes,
person.
and you have that feel-good hormone, that one actually is produced by serotonin, which is in your gut. There is the gut-brain axis. This connects the digestive system to the central nervous system through the vagus nerve. The gut microbes, remember they are here, and we had mentioned they are the ones who help us communicate, produce 90% of serotonin. Serotonin is the feel-good hormone. You think about that person you love or that thing that you love, and you have this very good feeling. That is serotonin, and it's produced in your gut. Now, leaky gut syndrome can lead to neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. You've seen these people who forget things, and you know the brain is more than, is it 60% fat? Yeah. So when there's a problem in your gut and the connection with your brain, it can bring these problems. Okay? Then we look at the heart. Remember, it's just ni majirani hapa. From the brain, then we go to the heart. The gut-heart axis influences cardiovascular health. An imbalance in the gut bacteria can lead to inflammation affecting your heart. Things like high blood pressure, you can have risk of heart diseases, rheumatic heart disease. You know how rheumatic heart disease happens? Particularly in children. These children, they can have maybe tonsils. And if it's left untreated for a long time, these tonsils, the bacteria in your tonsil, in your throat, goes down. And it is the same mechanism as your heart valve. So your body starts fighting. Your immunity starts fighting your heart valves, thinking it is tonsils, that bacteria. So it's very important for children, if they have tonsils, to have it treated, so that we avoid this communication between the heart and the gut and bringing problems. It's like, I like saying I grew up in the barracks. So you can imagine mwanajeshi na terrorists, they're having the same uniform. Yeah.
So they don't know what to attack.
Yeah. So the mwanajeshi fights the wrong person. Yeah. So that is how your body will start fighting, instead of fighting the
tonsillitis.
Yes. Your body starts fighting your heart, because that thing looks exactly like that bacteria. So it's very important to take care of your gut. And remember, we talked about the gut it's from here to the other side.
And you told us it's the size of a bus, a school bus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I can ask, is this the reason why you've said something interesting about when kids have tonsillitis, how it can cause a heart disease? It's interesting. Is that why most children, when you go to the hospital and they keep getting the infection, doctors can recommend that you remove? Is that the reason why?
Or to even treat. When you go to hospitals, almost the first things they will tell children, then they look here, then they make sure you treat. But when we were growing up, we would go to this. I remember these people who used to cut. I don't know the science behind that thing. Is that kilimi?
We used to say mtu akukata kilimi. I don't know what it is called.
And they used to say ati inapunguza homa. I do not know that correlation between kilimi, and maybe it's something we can find out.
We can find out and maybe bust some myths at some point, even in the progressive episodes.
Yeah, because I believe if God has given you something, really, you don't need to cut it. Yeah, there must be something for that kilimi to do. Okay. Then we look at now the liver. There is a two-way communication between your gut and your liver through the portal vein. Problems in the gut can affect the liver through the gut-liver axis. And we can ask ourselves, how will this happen? A damaged gut lining lets bacterial toxins, undigested food, and inflammatory molecules into your bloodstream. After it has gone into your bloodstream, these things travel straight to the liver. Remember, we mentioned the connection, travel to the liver through the portal vein. Now you can imagine your liver is working hard and your gut is leaking. So undigested food, bacteria, some molecules go to your liver, and that is how people start having fatty liver things, liver cirrhosis, because
you're overwhelming your liver.
Yes, the liver is overloaded, trying to neutralize these invaders, which may lead to this inflammation and diseases like that. So it's very important to take care of that. Alafu again, pombe. You can imagine.
Tuache pombe.
Tuache pombe. You can imagine you're having a leaky gut. Then you're taking a lot of pombe. You can imagine now to add to toxins, food particles, molecules, then ongeza pombe. You can imagine the poor liver, and it's working very hard to take care of you. So all this is to say we need to eat healthy so that even if people decide kujivinjari, at least you have that membrane taking care of you. Then we go to another very important organ called the kidney. The kidney filters 180 to 190 liters of blood per day. Did you know that? 120 to, yes, 180 to 190. Just to put it in perspective, super drum, 200 liters. Your drum, yes. Your kidney. And you know the kidneys are quite small. They filter that amount of blood in a day. And you may ask me, but human beings have 4 to 5 liters of.
Yeah.
Now that your 4 or 5 liters of blood is filtered 35 or 40 times in a day, you can imagine. Then your food is having toxins. There is leaky things into your bloodstream. Do you now see how this is going to poison your kidney? How it's going to stress this very overworked kidney? It's working very well. Yeah. So you need to hydrate well. It is said you take at least 2 liters of water. I suggest it's best to take warm water in the morning. That is the water that your body absorbs best in the morning. You wake up, you take, you can start gradually. You don't need to take 2 liters at once. Then it is good to be sipping. Just sipping your water gradually during the day. That way you're supporting your very hardworking, yes.
It's actually said that when you sometimes when you let people know the importance of hydration, sometimes just to check the box, someone goes, takes a whole liter of water, as you say, kuikuch, you just down. In 3 minutes, you're in the toilet. It's all out. So the importance, I think, of also just taking in bits as the day goes by.
Yeah, that is very
important.
important.
And I think the body also just tells you how much water you need, right?
Yeah, and there's something else called the water therapy. That one you can do, you can take a lot of water at once. Like when you wake up, you can take even up to a liter. I do that a lot. I wake up and I take even up to a liter and a half.
To help with?
It clears the flushes the system. You've just woken up. Then within 45 minutes, you have gone to the bathroom. You have gone to the loo.
Intention.
Yes.
To just flush out.
Yes. Then
so
after that, you eat your breakfast.
Yeah.
It has its place to just flush out the system. Then also during the day, you keep sipping your water gradually.
Now that one is for what? Now for hydration and this purpose of gut health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we go to the pancreas. I know Miss Lily loves the pancreas.
Why? There must be a reason.
So because of the insulin and insulin resistance and how that also affects other organs and functions. And I think in the coming episodes, we'll also talk about how high insulin and how high stress correlate, and it shows up on your skin and hair. So,
I usually get this impression it's a very sensitive organ, like probably more sensitive than the rest. Am I right?
It is, and I think also when you have pancreatitis, the pancreas is not forgiving.
That's what I mean.
It's not.
When your organs, the rest of the organs, your kidney can forgive you. Your liver regenerates very fast. Your brain can regenerate with the right nutrients. Your heart, it can regenerate. But your pancreas, it's not forgiving. If you mess your pancreas, or the alcohol that Lisa was talking about, and you take too much alcohol, you can get alcohol-induced pancreatitis, and that can lead to your death.
Yeah.
So the pancreas is a very sensitive organ. I love it. It can also it's what can cause alcohol-induced diabetes. The pancreas can also, if you don't support it properly, or if you mismanage your gut, as Lisa is telling us, you can also get what? Now you get type 2 diabetes. Yes. So I really love the pancreas. I kind of feel it's underappreciated.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
So that's why Lisa is saying I love the pancreas.
Yeah, she will somehow talk about it and insulin. Well, okay, that's very nice. So there is a gut-pancreas axis. It refers to the two-way communication between the pancreas again and the gut. This plays a role in insulin regulation, what she's been talking about. A leaky gut allows bacterial toxins again into the bloodstream. These toxins trigger systemic inflammation, which can damage the insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. Chronic inflammation is a key contributor to type 2 diabetes, even as she has mentioned, and pancreatitis, which is very unforgiving. Gut bacteria also influences hunger and satiety. So poor gut health increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. Alters blood sugar control, increases insulin resistance, and leads to erratic blood sugar spikes. This puts again pressure on the pancreas to produce more insulin, eventually exhausting this very unforgiving organ, the pancreas. So, after all this science, a fun fact. Did you know that your gut lining replaces itself every 3 to 5 days? It is one of the fastest healing tissues in the body. God in His mercy ensured we don't get stressed. After going through all this, at least there is hope. If you eat very well, your gut lining is able to regenerate. Now we go to the lungs. The lung-gut axis connects the gut microbiota to respiratory health. Imbalances again in the gut. It's like the gut is the
common denominator.
Yes. Imbalances can contribute to asthma, allergies, and other lung diseases. A healthy gut produces short fatty acids that reduce lung inflammation. So it supports immune functions and defenses, and by talking to the lungs through signals. The gut and the lungs talk to each other using signals. Now, an imbalance in the gut makes the signals become dysregulated. You can imagine now, just imagine this, there's this guy in the towers at the airport. He's supposed to send signals. You land here, you take off. But because there is dysregulation in the signals because of imbalance, now it starts sending wrong signals. Yes, that is what happens when the gut is not balanced and it's communicating to the lungs. Yes, and this causes some chronic inflammation and the lungs become irritated. Then you start having issues with your breathing, allergies. Now we go to the bones. Inflammation originating in the gut can worsen joint pain and contribute to arthritis. You've seen people with arthritis. They have lots of pain even in the fingers. The gut also affects calcium absorption. An imbalanced microbiome can disrupt even vitamin D metabolism. And you know vitamin D, the Lord gives us for free. See, ndio ile inatoka kwa jua. You can imagine. Now an imbalanced gut microbiome affects even the absorption of this very free vitamin. So why are your bones important? First, they support you and they also help you in movement. Si unatembea na unaweza kusimama. Then they protect and shields vital organs. You can imagine if this rib was not here, ama your heart was here. If someone has issues here.
Wow.
Of course, mineral storage, blood cell production, the gut and the bones are very important. And did you also know that your bones are alive and are being broken down every 10 or so years? So in as much as you look at yourself and you think these bones are so permanent, but God in his wisdom ensured that they are broken up, ni kama zinakuwa repaired. Yes. So as we look at the complex interconnectedness of all these organs and more, I just wonder at the wisdom of God in creating the human body. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. This goes to say, even our eating should be done with intention to honor God, to nourish this body that he gave us, and reflect wisdom and care in it. It is very important. If food was not important, there is no way the Lord would have talked about it in the Bible. So for anything to be in the Bible, I believe there is a reason why. So let us eat well to take care of our gut, and the gut will take care of everything, because we have just noticed that there is a communication between the gut and everything else. Yes.
Wow. Very insightful.
Very.
Can we talk a bit more of, or whenever you're mentioning all the organs and the relationship with the gut, there's a word that's coming up so many times, inflammation. Can you just a bit more, just refine it for us a bit more, because I'm saying it's critical. It looks very critical.
You know, inflammation, have you ever been cut here? Then after day 1 or day 2, it's doing this. Yeah. And it's swelling, and at time you can even see some fluid coming out, and it's just, it's like even your heart is there. That's what's happening to your body.
But now that's happening inside.
Inside, you can imagine.
Wow.
Yeah. And when inflammation is high, the stress hormone is high. It's like you're now on fight and flight mode. Cortisol is so high. Now that one stresses your body.
As a layman, can I say inflammation is extreme stress, like within extreme stress?
How I would put it is kidonda tu ndani ya system yako.
Yeah. It's
You just take it as though it's a wound
like a
inside
wound.
your system. For instance, you have ulcers, that's inflamed wounds in your gut. Inflammation comes about when your white blood cells are going to fight. So they form that thing, and that is what causes you maybe to feel pain or something. And when that is happening frequently, then it puts the inflammation markers very high. When the inflammation markers are very high, it compromises your immunity and ability of your body to protect yourself. And it will manifest in so many different ways, as she had said earlier, in allergies, in autoimmune disorders, in so many other issues. But now imagine you have so many wounds on your skin, you're seeing the pus forming, all that, and that's your white blood cells or your defense mechanism fighting that infection. So when you have that happening all over inside your body, it's generally an inflammatory disease that's happening inside your system. And when you have the inflammatory disease, obviously, as she has given us in detail, which I love, it shows you how one organ can have a dysfunction and affect the rest.
Yeah. And it all boils down to the gut, what we are doing at the gut.
Yes.
Haya, do we have general things? I think you've kept mentioning them as we've been speaking. Caring for the gut, now that we know how important it is to all these organs of ours.
You noticed what we took, kefir probiotic drink. That one is one step in caring for the gut. Fermented food, kimchi, kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut. Eat those things. They are good for you. Then baobab. Baobab is a prebiotic. If you're having acidity, the Lord has provided some herbs. You can take slippery elm. If you want to help your lymphatic system to drain, there is burdock root. Take good nutrient-dense food. Moringa is very good. It's like taking a lot of vitamins. Eat well to support your immune system. Baobab is a fruit. Mabuyu, imagine that thing. It's so good for you. Look for that. Take baobab. then in that way we'll be taking care of our gut. As much as possible, get to know where your food is coming from. There is a lot of pesticides and glyphosate. Try to find out, are you eating healthy food or is your food laced with poison? Know your farmer. Get organic food. Palilia shamba. Do not use these things that kill. They're called what? Herbicides.
Herbicides.
Yeah.
Very
Those things
dangerous.
are so unforgiving. From the ground, it goes into your food. Then you eat, you think you're eating that very healthy sukuma
food.
wiki,
Yeah.
but it is laced with those things.
So you're
Then now you
depositing.
start overworking your kidney, and inflammation shoots, and you're wondering what is happening
Yet
to my
I'm
pancreas.
eating healthy.
Yeah, yet you are
Yeah.
eating. So get to know your farmer. Because everything starts with the farmer. How is this farmer treating the land? How is she or he bringing, growing the
Producing food.
Yeah, producing food. And I'm glad you are a safe, you call it
Safe
what?
food
Yes.
advocate.
That one.
I always say let's make safe foods mainstream so that whenever we are talking about these things, even that, these days so many of us Kenyans like to go to those joints where there's juice and fruit salad. We believe we are living healthy, that we believe we are doing our due diligence. But are we doing our due diligence to know where that food is coming from?
Exactly.
The practices of that farmer. I know it's a lot of work, but for the sake of our health, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, we have one life to live.
One life to live.
And they say there is no rehearsal. So just extra diligence, find out where that food is coming from. You can even plant some of these vegetables. If you do not have a kashamba, even these container things, there's these round ones, they are
the
called
corn
what?
gardens.
Yeah, those ones. You can do that. I'm sure there is something you can do to ensure that you're eating safe food. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Anything more you'd like to add, Lisa?
Oh, I'm
Lily?
feeling very educated today.
It's very insightful.
So I will finish with this scripture again. John 3:1-12. The Bible says, "Beloved, I wish above all things that you should prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers." This scripture beautifully ties together holistic well-being, physical health, and spiritual health. So what are we consuming physically and spiritually?
Asante.
God bless.
Asante. So as we come to the end of this conversation, I'd like to thank you viewers for sitting with us. I kept feeling like it needs to go on and on, but we have to come to an end. And we'll always continue these conversations. Please feel free to ask us questions, follow our handles, whether it is Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Follow us, ask us questions. And also if you have other topics you want us to discuss in the world of wellness, please feel free and ask us those questions. This program has been shot at Garden Peaks Farm Shop and sponsored by Shama Fresh and Kali's Naturals. Thanks for being with us. Join us next time as we continue talking about the gut. Asanteni.